This extract features Clive and Rob in the pub after a busy day. I know I must sound like a sad old git, but it really was better when I started. I visited poor old Mrs. Cackett at lunchtime. She's 94 and bedbound, as you know. Years ago, she would have had as many visits as needed from our district nurses, bath ladies, cleaners and Meals on Wheels, all people we know and who knew her well. Never a stranger walking through her door. Fantastic continuity of care, kept her in our own home where she was happy. A concept our prat of a health minister hasn't got a clue about. It was a great early warning system in case of trouble. This kept people happy and cared for by familiar faces and out of hospital. Now look at it. Regimented 15-minute unpredictable visits, usually by complete strangers from a private company, who are so pressurised they can't stop to talk, and their travel time included in the old people's care time. Her daughter told me she often has to clean her mother up herself. The carers have a habit, if she looks a bit peaky, of dialing 999 to cover themselves. She has ended up in A&E twice this month for no good reason at all. It's very distressing for an ill old lady living on her own in her last days. Those tossers responsible for this know the cost of everything and the value of nothing. Apparently, the fifth richest country in the world can't afford to look after its old folk properly. People fought the war for us. Now I hear their latest brainwave is that your house will pay for it. A tax on dementia, multiple sclerosis and disability. Better for your kids if you shoot yourself. Clive agreed. The way we look after our elderly in this country is a disgrace. Pretty well all the care homes are in private hands now. They pass from private equity outfits to opportunistic US hedge funds. It's a high-stakes financial game in which the players aim for increasingly fat rewards. It's nothing to do with looking after our old folk, but the big companies are all in trouble because they overloaded themselves with debt. Greedy bastards. Southern Cross failed because of its addiction to fancy sale and leaseback property deals. Who suffers from these games in the end? The elderly and the taxpayer.